নমস্কার দর্শক বন্ধুরা, রেস স্পোর্টসের পর্দায় আপনাদের সকলকে স্বাগত জানাই। আগামীকাল এফসি গোয়ার বিরুদ্ধে ঘরের মাঠে ম্যাচ খেলতে নামছে ইস্টবেঙ্গল এবং সেই ম্যাচে জয়টাই কিন্তু একমাত্র লক্ষ্য। তার আগে আজ সাংবাদিক সম্মেলনে উপস্থিত ছিলেন ইস্টবেঙ্গল হেড কোচ কার্লেস কুয়াদ্রাত। সাংবাদিক সম্মেলনে যেটা জানা গেল সেক্ষেত্রে কিন্তু রেস স্পোর্টসের খবরেই শিলমোহর পড়লো। আমরা আগেই জানিয়েছিলাম যে সল ক্রেসপোর ডেঙ্গি ধরা পড়েছে এবং আজকে কিন্তু কার্লেস কুয়াদ্রাত সেটা স্বীকার করে নিলেন। অর্থাৎ যেটা জানা গেল যে আগামীকাল ম্যাচের জন্য সল ক্রেসপো কিন্তু তৈরি নেই। এছাড়াও দিমিত্রি দিয়ামান্তাকোসের চোট নিয়েও একটা ধোঁয়াশা রয়েছে। কার্লেস কুয়াদ্রাত যেটা জানালেন যে তার চোট গুরুতর না হলেও পেশিতে একটা সামান্য চোট রয়েছে, তবে এখান থেকে সিরিয়াস চোট হতে পারে, তাই এই ম্যাচে তাকে নিয়ে বাড়তি ঝুঁকি নিতে চাইছে না, কারণ সামনে লম্বা মরশুম বাকি রয়েছে, সেখানে কিন্তু আরও অত্যন্ত গুরুত্বপূর্ণ ম্যাচ থাকবে, তাই এখনই তাকে নিয়ে ঝুঁকি নিতে চাইছে না। অর্থাৎ এই দুই ফুটবলারকে ছাড়াই কাল এফসি গোয়ার বিরুদ্ধে ঘরের মাঠে নামবে ইস্টবেঙ্গল। অন্যদিকে এই ম্যাচটাকে কিন্তু ঘুরে দাঁড়াবার অস্ত্র হিসেবে ব্যবহার করতে চাইছেন কার্লেস কুয়াদ্রাত। তিনি কিন্তু বললেন যে আমরা প্রথম দু ম্যাচ থেকে পয়েন্ট সংগ্রহ করতে পারিনি ঠিকই, তবে এই ম্যাচটায় আমরা অবশ্যই ঘুরে দাঁড়ানোর চেষ্টা করব। প্রত্যেকটা প্লেয়ার পরিশ্রম করছে। পাশাপাশি তিনি আরও বললেন যে অনেকেই মনে করছেন যে ফিটনেস কোচ প্লেয়ারদের সুস্থ করে তুলতে পারছে না বা টিমের যে ফিটনেস নেই, সেক্ষেত্রে তিনি কিন্তু ফিটনেস কোচের কোনো রকম ভুল দেখছেন না। তবে ইস্টবেঙ্গল যে আবারও লড়াইয়ে ফিরবে, ঘুরে দাঁড়াবে, সেটা কিন্তু আশাবাদী কার্লেস কুয়াদ্রাত। কি বলছেন তিনি, চলুন শুনে নেওয়া যাক তার মুখ থেকেই।
It's going to be our first game at home, and we really are waiting for that. We have been unlucky about the calendar. We have been starting 2 games away, and unfortunately we didn't get any result out of home. So we hope that with the help of our supporters and playing in our ambient, we can get the result. About what they are saying, but it's clear that big clubs always have a lot of noise around. It's happening in all the big clubs in the world, and when the results are not there, it's normal that people talk and people ask why it's happening. No? And yes, it's our work to try to change the things. Of course, we're not happy with the starting of the Indian Super League, but it has been only 2 games, and we have a full season in front of us. We have to take decisions, and at that moment is the moment that we are starting, that kind of process. And for example, about the pre-season, it's true that we start a long time ago, but in the middle it has been a lot of things happening, and we have to be conscious that, for example, Ali, the last match was the first time that he started, and Hector Justin was the second time. So what I mean is that you can work months and months, but if you don't have the real players that are going to be in the competition, it's a work that it's just, to try to improve things, but it's not the real lineup that is going to participate in the games. So it takes time, and we are in that process. We are in the process to build a squad. I think that the club has been making an effort to make a plan for the future, bringing good foreigners like Talal, like Dimi, like Hector, to help the foreigners that we already have. And also, if you see the youngers of Indian football, is very interesting, because we have started again, for example, with players that are in their 23, 24 years old, and they are going to be important for the club in the future. Players like Jigsaw, like Ali, like Jill, like Rakib, even my age, 25 years old. So I mean that there is a team that is getting under construction, but until now we have not been able to have everybody fit and ready for the competition. Unfortunately, that we have Saul with dengue. I don't know if he's going to be ready for tomorrow. We have to check his situation. We don't have an official situation about that. I have to say that he was feeling bad last weekend, and he played in Kerala already with the dengue, but we didn't know because there was no time to check, to make the analysis. So it's things that happen. We are a group of 30, 35 people, and things happen. And one of the things was that one mosquito was disturbing the health of Saul. But yeah, this is something that we have to afford. Also, Dimi got injured in the last Kerala game. He's not really injured. He felt something in the muscle, and because we have a tough competition in front of us, we have to play the Super League games, but also in 1 month we have to go to Bhutan for the FC Challenge League, and we cannot take the risk to put him, in the middle and maybe lose him for a long period. So we have to be with caution, and we have to let him rest tomorrow, and let's protect him, because we know that, for example, last season the club take risk with him to play against East Bengal, and he get injured, and he missed the playoff for Kerala. So we know that he has been struggling in the last months with a kind of physical situation, so we have to protect him. So this is things that happen in football, and we know that it's our work to make a plan to protect the players. And what is clear is that with the players that we have, no excuses, nothing to blame about. With the players that we have, we will try to be competitive tomorrow, and we have to fight hard for the 3 points here in our stadium. Well, pressure is in football. I always tell to you, pressure is something that happens in any club, in any situation. And even ourselves, we put, as players, coaches, we put pressure on us. So it's not a problem that I understand perfectly, that we have to make that next step. We have to get the victory that put us in another situation. And unfortunately, we are in a sports world where everything is judged because of the result. I think that we have some very good moments against Kerala, the last match, and also against Bengal 2 games ago. But when you finish the game without points, you see the opponents celebrating, and maybe they were struggling in a lot of moments of the game, I think that we were the best team, for example, last week in Kerala. But you have to understand that football is like this, and you have to get the result. Until now, we have been here in East Bengal, in a club with a lot of supporters, with a lot of passion around, struggling with 2-3 bad situations. If you remember last season, we lost 3 games in a row, and then we got the game here against Northeast. We won 5-0, and it gives another dynamic to the team. And it was the same at the end of the season, when we again lost 3 games in a row, and we won in Kerala 2-4, and again it brings some new energy to the team. So I think that the team is ready to get that victory that changes everything, that changes the flow, that give confidence to the players, and give the sensation that we are going to be competitive. So let's hope that it happens tomorrow. Well, coaches, we analyze everything, and we do video analysis, we talk with the players, we take decisions. So tomorrow you will see what's going to happen. And that's clear that we do our work, we practice, we analyze, and we take decisions. I think that he's a great professional. I think that he's doing a great work. And if you see the kind of injuries, it's nothing about preparation. It's nothing about if we're doing the things well or bad in the trainings. We are training very well. We are using the ball all the time. The players enjoy the kind of practice that we do, because we put the tactics, the physics on with the ball. And if you see, a lot of things have been happening, but not really because of the trainings. There was Lacra arriving for the first training already with an injury. It was an issue that has a tendinopathia, a tendon problem that comes from his career, not for a training session. Dimi have been stopping sometimes, one time because of stomach problem, another time because he knocked the knee with Jazzy in the training, just a crash, So small things that happen. We are, as I told you, a group of human people working, and one day it happens one thing, one day it happens another thing. But honestly, the team is getting fit and is getting ready for the competition without any problem in what we're doing in the trainings. Of course, we have to understand the moments of the game. That's very important. As a football player, you have to know what's going on in the game. And I think that we were not smart enough to keep the protection of our goal in the last match in Kerala in the 87 minute. We allowed them to make a head press, and we were not good enough in the way to take decisions at the moment. So that kind of things we have been talking, and we have been putting in the mind of all of us that we have to be more conscious about what's going on and the way to get points in the competition. If you see, it's crazy. There is not a lot of footballs in the world like the Indian football. If you see the stats, how many goals are arriving in the last moments of the game. It's almost 33% of the goals are arriving after the 85 minutes. Why it's happening? Because the players get tired, because they lose their focus, because they start a game that it's go up and down, because unnecessary mistakes, because a lot of emotions that make you take bad decisions. So we as a team, we have to control that. We have to try to arrive to the last moments of the game with the options to get the 3 points. So it's something that we have been talking about that, and we have to improve. But when you get an injury, your body has a reaction. No? Sometimes you are with an injury in one muscle, and the other leg is protecting that leg, in the way to run, or things happen. But the meaning is that any injury provokes a discompensation in the body. And it's true that he has been struggling from that moment. He has been doing the recovery in Greece. After that session, we have the videos of he training. He was sending the videos to our physiotherapists to check that everything was in good progression. But unfortunately, he has not get the time to play week after week. If you see, only he has finished in one game until now. Of the 6 official games, he only has been able to play one time 90 minutes. And that's because small things have been making him to stop, so you don't get the rhythm, But it's going to happen because he's a professional that takes care of himself. He do the right habits. We are helping him. So that's the reason because he's not playing tomorrow, because he's not injured now. He only have an edema, that it can create a worse injury. So you have to stop him and to protect him. No. Laka will be in the list. Laka will be in the list.
অন্যদিকে সাংবাদিক সম্মেলনে উপস্থিত ছিলেন ইস্টবেঙ্গল ফুটবল দলের অন্যতম গুরুত্বপূর্ণ ফুটবলার মাদি তালাল। তিনি কিন্তু মনে করছেন যে নিজেরা ভালো ফুটবল খেলতে পারছি না বলেই আমরা জয় পাচ্ছি না বা আমরা পয়েন্ট তুলতে পারছি না। তবে আগামীকাল ঘরের মাঠে নিজেদের দর্শকদের সামনে জয়ের ব্যাপারে যথেষ্ট আশাবাদী তিনি মনে করছেন যে 3 পয়েন্ট নিয়েই অবশ্যই মাঠ ছাড়তে পারবেন তারা। চলুন শুনে নেওয়া যাক কি বলছেন মাদি তালাল।
First of all, it's not my first game because I play in Durand Cup here. But it's a good feeling because to play in front of our fans, it's a good feeling because you have a big fan base, so they will push us also. They will give us energy to give our best for this game. Well, I don't know if Saul can play or not. You have better information than me, but. I hope Saul can play first of all, and if he cannot play, we have other players. They can help us to be good in this game. And for sure, I have to take more of my responsibility. It's normal, but everyone have to give his best.
সৌরভ মুখার্জি, রে স্পোর্টস।